Okay, it seems to be working this time. I just wanted to go live really quick tonight. I haven't had a chance to do this, and I've been wanting to do this for a couple of weeks. And I hope this is working. I seem to be having some technical difficulties with maybe the internet connection, so I hope this is working. But tonight I wanted to talk about skincare. It's actually a question I get a lot, and it's a question I don't have a lot of really good answers for, other than the essential oils that I know that are good for the skin, which technically they're all kind of good for the skin in one way or another, but some are going to be more attracted to the cellular structure of the cells that are in the skin. So tonight I want to talk about skincare specifically, and I did a video, a public video on skincare and kind of what I was doing, because I've had a lot of people asking me about my skin, why it's looking so good. I've had people say, you look like you're getting a lot of rest for a new mom, which I'm not at all. The baby is waking up actually a lot in the evening. And so I really have to say it's the skincare. And I'm really excited about it, and I won't lie, I don't have any real knowledge of skincare, so I don't know a lot. I don't know how it works. I don't know what makes it, I don't know what skincare is good and what's bad, and I don't know ingredients, so just bear with me. And if you're watching this live and you're commenting, I'm really sorry, but I can't actually see any of the comments if they're coming up. I don't even show that there's anybody here watching me, so hopefully I'll just go back through and check questions. So what I'm going to talk about tonight is the Barrage skincare line. And I used to not put a lot of stock in skincare because I really didn't know much about it. And my early experience with skincare was probably as a teen. I never had a lot of acne as a teenager, but I had, for the lack of a better term, I had blackheads all over my nose, and I used to be really self-conscious of it, so I was using a lot of harsh scrubs. And I don't know if this is why I have super dry skin, but I have really dry skin. So much so, thank you, Michelle, I can tell now somebody's here. Can you comment for me? And so I can just see if I can see comments, because I'm not sure that I'm actually seeing much. So I have really super dry skin, so much so that sometimes I just feel like it's cracking, and I started using Vaseline, which I know if you're into natural stuff, you're like, oh, she uses Vaseline. Well, I don't. I used to, because I just needed something moisturizing. I thought maybe I needed to go without lotion, and that was really difficult, but I discovered coconut oil is used in place of soaps and cleansers actually can be really beneficial for the skin. So I started doing that maybe 7 years ago. So the only other thing that I was using on my skin was actually Cetaphil, which I still have this because, let me tell you another skincare story. I was maybe 19 or 20 and getting my hair done, and this lady was like, oh my gosh, I would love to do a facial for you, and she even offered to do it for free, and I was like, sure, I would love that. I was thinking she would like peel all the grime and gunk off my face, which I really didn't have that much, but she ended up causing me to develop rosacea, at least what I can tell, and it was like, it literally covered this whole area, like as if I had a beard, and I remember thinking, man, if I was a guy, I'd just grow a beard and it wouldn't be an issue. It was really bad, and it took months. I couldn't wear any makeup, I couldn't use any soap on my face. I had to just wash my face with Cetaphil cleanser, and then I had to use Cetaphil lotion. I had to reapply the lotion a lot throughout the day, so it really, really damaged my skin. And so ever since then, I've always been really afraid of skincare. Even when I joined doTERRA 5 years ago, when everyone was like, the skincare is fabulous, I was like, I want nothing to do with skincare. So I have only used coconut oil on my face since then. Well, here's the deal. My friend Lisa like implored me, you have to try the skincare, it's amazing, and she was showing me a before and after picture, and I was like, I can totally see the difference. So I decided to get some, and actually I had a box of Barrage from my convention 3 years ago. That's how old it was. So I just now used that up about 2 weeks ago, and I bought a brand new box. So I'm excited to try it, and you guys are going to be my first people to watch me try my new skincare and the pieces that come in it. Where is, oh, here it is. Okay, so I also have this, so I'm going to kind of talk about some things. So since I don't know a lot about skincare, I have my notes. And you can buy this little brochure in your, when you place an order. If you type in Virage when you're searching for product, it'll have like a Virage brochure that will pop up. It'll be like 1 pack or 10 pack. So get a 1 pack, you don't need 10, unless you want to share it with your friends. So basically, let's break this down. It's into 4 pieces. You have your cleanser, that comes first. And I'm not going to do the cleanser for you because I don't really want to do the whole splashing my face with water. But you just put this on, damp skin. And I've noticed all this stuff works best when your skin isn't soaking wet. I do use in the shower, but actually what I do before I actually put my face under water is I put the cleanser on and then I rinse it off under the shower. So the cleanser contains wild orange and basil, and they're known for their ability to cleanse and purify. Melaleuca is also in there, and it's known for its cleansing and rejuvenating effect on the skin. When you get out of the shower, it feels really good to actually put a little splash of Melaleuca in your lotion and apply that. Great for teenagers or people with really oily skin or acne issues. So you don't have to get expensive skincare. You can use your essential oils. There's also amino acids and lipids that nourish and hydrate the skin. Coconut oil boosts the effectiveness of the natural surfactants. I hope I said that right. And then olive oil hydrates the skin and reduces transepidermal water loss. Keyword, water loss. That was what I was dealing with, water loss. When I wake up in the morning, my skin is so dry. And if I don't take a shower that day, I get really uncomfortable. So I would take a shower. Well, now, if I don't feel like taking a shower, because I really don't think it's necessary for every day, especially for us stay-at-home moms, I just use my skincare, and I try to get it once a day, but I can use some of the products throughout the day if I wanted to. So what you do is you just apply a small amount to damp face and neck and massage in an upward circular motion. So we don't want to pull the face down. We want to rub up. And we want to encourage gravity to lift the skin. In my family, and I'm going to point out a lot of my flaws here, in my family, as the women get older, this part of the skin starts to sag, or if they gain weight. So those are the trouble areas for me as I'm getting older, and as I have more kids and I lose elasticity, I notice I'm starting to look like my aunts and my grandmother. So I'm like, ugh, I need some anti-aging here. So the cleanser is just a really gentle cleanser. It's not going to be one of those things you would give a teenager who has really bad skin issues, okay? This is more for us women who need a little gentle cleanser. We're not dirty, and it's a really good thing. So, and it smells amazing. So the next thing that you do, this is what I do when I get out of the shower. I use the toner. And it has Ling Ling, which is soothing and nourishes and protects the skin. It's a happy oil. And coriander and cypress are known for their toning, soothing, and rejuvenating benefits to the skin. So cypress is the oil that I use when I want to do skin tightening, or at least improve the elasticity of my skin. So you can add extra cypress to your skincare if you want. Palmarosa is known to help revive and balance the skin, perfect for everyday toner. And then there's witch hazel in it, and we know witch hazel is a great skin toner. And then it has aloe. So actually this spray is a really good spray to use on instances where you've had some sun exposure and you need kind of a refreshing. Oh, and it feels amazing when your skin is warm. So let me get it started. Okay, so this is a new bottle. So what I do is, pull my hair back here. So you just hold it back from the face, like this, and squirt some on. And so you'll see it's just a little damp, and I kind of let it dry. Like usually when I get out of the shower, I will kind of do a couple of things, let it kind of dry a little bit because I don't want it to be too wet. And while it's drying, so Let's see. It's the second step, and it is prepares the skin for the rich emollients and nutrients found in the Virage Hydrating Serum, which is the next step, and the moisturizer. So it's very cool feeling, and it's very refreshing, and it offers a fresh, dewy complexion, which you can tell. My skin looks really dewy now. Okay, so while that's still somewhat there, not completely dried in, which by the way, the toner actually makes your lips taste bad, so when you go to look at them, you're like, ew. So if you can shut your lips, then you won't have that issue. Okay, so the next thing is the serum, and this is kind of just like a really thick thing. I just do like 1 squirt, so it doesn't take much, and I rub it in. Like that. Now, one thing I love about the serum is that it's really, I've never been on a tropical island, but I can imagine that using the serum is like being on a tropical island. It smells so good, and I think it's because of the flower oils that are in it, and I'm just gonna kind of go through here. So it's got frankincense, Hawaiian sandalwood, lavender, myrrh, helichrysum, and rose, and they play a fundamental role in the overall health of the skin. So those individual oils are really good for the skin. It's a lipid complex that goes above and beyond the typical moisturizer by mimicking the skin surface lipids when at their prime. Hydrates deeply to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. So I had noticed specifically, but I have a hard time even seeing it now, but I have a wrinkle. It's that one right there, and that's my genetic wrinkle. I see a lot of people with them, but my grandmother had one that was so deep. I remember makeup would like collect into it. And so one thing I've noticed about that is I feel like that's going away. I'm noticing the redness under my eyes kind of going away. And it's just been really, really good for my skin. Still have my freckles, and I like those, so. So there's advanced formula combines the lipids of olive oil, jojoba, sunflower oils to produce amazingly soft and smooth skin. So yeah, I have really soft skin. So it's really good for also reducing that water loss. So if I can say anything really positive about this, I have noticed that I feel like my skin remembers to be moist. And when your skin does that, you look awake, you look refreshed, your skin looks dewy, and your complexion is nice, smooth, and even. That's the other thing I've noticed since using this, is that I have a very even skin tone, and you know, it's weird to me to see myself without my glasses, but I can tell I don't have a ton of redness like I did before. I still have today's eye makeup on, but I don't have to wear a foundation or a base anymore. I've never wear concealer, so I don't ever have to do that anymore. I just put some eye makeup on, a little bit of redness for the cheeks to kind of highlight them, and that's about it. Okay, so the question about would it be okay to use Virage if you have rosacea? So here's my thing, is that for me, whenever I would try a new skincare line, I had friends that sold Mary Kay, Beauty Counter, what's the other one, Arbonne. There's another one, I think it's called Lemongrass. I had issues with every single one of them. I didn't actually get full on rosacea, but I could tell the bumps here were starting to come back. I just didn't feel like it was starting to do whatever it did that first time when I had that skin trauma from the first facial that I had. So my recommendation for rosacea is just try it. And if you feel like it's too strong, I mean, the strongest thing in here is probably the toner. If your skin can handle witch hazel, I would say go for it. Okay, so let's see. The next thing I do, and this is actually not Virage, but the next thing in the Virage line is actually the moisturizer. Now, I like to wait in between each step between the serum and the moisturizer to make sure that the serum is nice in there. For me, I just feel like adding the moisturizer when the serum is on there fresh, it makes my skin feel heavy. So I will kind of like, I'll get out of the shower, spray the toner on, and then I might go get dressed and then put the serum on. And then I'll, you know, maybe dry my hair and then put the lotion on. I might go a little faster if it's bedtime because I don't mind heavy feeling skin when it's bedtime. That's fine, like tonight. But after the serum is the moisturizer, and what that has in it is jasmine, geranium, sea buckthorn berry, juniper berry to help improve the overall appearance and health of the skin. Juniper berry is shown to inhibit elastase, an enzyme that causes the appearance of aging in skin. So there are other, well, let me explain enzymes. There is an enzyme needed for every single thing that your body does. Digestion, metabolism, inflammation. Like for example, COX-2 inhibits the enzyme that produces inflammation. So if we have a product that, or an ingredient in a product that inhibits the enzyme that causes the appearance of aging, that's pretty amazing. So even if you don't want to spend the money for Virage, you can always put juniper berry into whatever thing that you're doing already. So you can try that out. And actually if you do it at night, that'd be great because juniper berry is really good for sleep. Sea buckthorn berry nourishes and softens the skin by helping to retain moisture for anti-aging benefits. So we can't stress this enough. Moisture and having a skin that retains moisture is going to make you look younger. Rich in vitamin E and fatty acids, rice bran oil penetrates deeply into the skin, acting as an effective moisturizer. So when we teach about essential oils, we're always talking about what is the best carrier oil, and we talk about almond and sesame and olive and coconut. Well, there's some certain carrier oils that we're not really thinking about, such as the one that they just mentioned, which is the rice bran oil. So all these oils have a different impact on the body. This one specifically is really good for the skin. So that's why it's in there. And then shea butter contains fatty acids known for their ability to help plump the skin while providing rich hydration. So we've all heard about Botox, right? Well, we're all naturally minded, so we're not going to do Botox. And so you're going to want to use something that would serve as the same purpose, and shea butter would be that. It's a healthier Botox, if you mind. Okay, and then this other word, and I am gonna butcher this word because I don't even know how to pronounce this. Philodendron amurans bark extract conditions the skin. Okay, I probably could have left that part out, but I wanted to read it. So that's the moisturizer. Now, then you would put the moisturizer on. Now, I've shared with people that sometimes I drop one of our new oils, Blue Tansy, into the moisturizer. But for the sake of this video, I wanted to show you something really cool. Blue Tansy has become one of my favorite essential oils for the skin. I've always used frankincense and the blend Immortelle and Helichrysum, but I just recently started using Blue Tansy. So this is not a cheap oil, so I'm going to use a little bit more tonight than I normally would just for the sake of the video. And sometimes, I would say about once every couple of weeks, I've been actually kind of like putting more on to give my face that extra like boost, you know, especially if I haven't gotten enough sleep or something. So this one's really cool. It's like totally blue. Where's my camera? Ah, there we go. It's like totally blue. And so I've actually really liked putting it under my eyes like this. And because my areas, I think when I don't wear makeup, the part of my skin that doesn't look good is under my eyes and then on my nose. I feel like because of my allergies and my sinus issues, those are the parts that don't really look that good because they're always kind of red. And then I have this little spot, age spot up there, and I've noticed that Blue Tansy has been really good for it. It's starting to fade on me. And then I've got my wrinkles here. I'm not going to worry about these. Those are normal. And I don't really care about these either. I think those are kind of pretty. Makes it look like I've had a life of joy. And then these are the other areas that I worry about, is that skin. So I just kind of like put it in the areas that I'm wanting to work on. Just like that. Now I look really awesome, don't I? Well, let's say you're doing this in the morning. If you put your blue tansy into your moisturizer and you rub it in, you're not going to see the blue. But here's what's really cool. Our skin is normally red because of inflammation and sensitivities and like allergies and stuff. So when we add the blue, we're actually evening out the tone of the red. And I've noticed that my skin looks a lot brighter when I use the blue. Now, the skincare line that doTERRA is coming out with in November, it's a more complete skin line. It's kind of just meant for anybody. It's going to actually have an eye brightening product that actually you just roll. It's like a metal ball and you just roll it underneath your eye, and it actually has blue tansy. There's also going to be a skin brightening cream, and it's meant for dealing with age spots and everything. So when she said that and I knew blue tansy was in it, I thought, let me start just using blue tansy on my age spots, which is what I did. Now, this will stain it, so I don't do this in the morning because I noticed the blue stays on there for quite a while. You can see that. But if I don't want the blue to stay on there, what I just do is I grab my moisturizer, okay, give myself a couple of squirts. There we go. And I go ahead and apply that in. So I've kind of let that blue soak in a little bit. There we go. See, it's kind of going away. And it's not on my hands, okay? I can hear the baby downstairs talking. He fell asleep in the car on the way home from karate, so he is not quite ready for bed. So I thought, perfect night to shoot a video for you guys. We can talk about skincare. Okay, so yeah, I still have a little bit of a ruddy appearance, and that's because I put it on the way I did. So if I'm going to bed at night, that's what I do. I look like I've been playing in the dirt. But that's gonna soak in, I would say within an hour. I wouldn't even see it. But I can smell it. It's rather strong essential oil. It's kind of an acquired smell. Will it work well for all of us with oily skin? Yes, it's meant for an all over. See, like I talk about all the time, essential oils bring balance. So there's not gonna be one product that they're gonna make just for oily skin versus dry skin. It's meant to bring your skin to where it needs to be. Again, this is something I don't really know a lot about skincare, but I can always remember skincare specialists talking about this stuff, about how oily skin is really your skin's being stripped so much that it doesn't have the ability to like be evened out in its correct amount of like oils, I guess. Kind of like your hair when you use so much shampoo and conditioner on it and products, you're kind of stripping it of its natural oils. So I had a lot of opportunity the past couple of years to kind of restore my skin's original oil by not using any product on it. So for me, I haven't had a big issue, but you can get products like doTERRA has, I don't have it up here, but I don't think, no I don't. doTERRA does have a clay mask, so if you have really oily skin, you should give that a try. Just to warn you though, is that whenever you use activated charcoal and clay on your skin, it's going to cause redness. I can't use it. It dried my skin out way too much, and my skin was very flaky, like I had a sunburn. I mean, it was just pretty bad. So, but that was before I was using Barrage. I'm gonna be willing to give that a try maybe in about a month. I did find this new product that I'm gonna try. My husband's gonna be the guinea pig. I did find this on Amazon with some really good results, so we'll give this a try. It's just some clay that you mix up. But I told him you can use it anywhere on your body, so we might give that a try here pretty soon. But doTERRA does have a more gentle product, the clay mask, and you give that a try. It's in the spa line. I'm going to probably use it to detox my armpits because I've heard about how that's really important for your lymph nodes, so I thought I'll give that a try. So I think that's really all I want to say. I know when you get this brochure, there's a lot of really cool before and after pictures like this. And I wish I had some, but when I went back and looked at my pictures from before Barrage, I just didn't feel like it was significant enough. I'm still young, and for the most part, I don't show a ton of age. I think for anything, just using the skincare makes it more noticeable that I feel like I look rested, and I think that's really important. It makes me feel more confident, it makes me feel good about myself when my skin looks good, and so that's why I really like it. So if you have been using it or you want to give it a try, I would love to hear from you on how it's been working for you. I suggest you use it every day for a month, and then at the end of the month, see what it looks like. Take some before and after pictures. Maybe you'll notice a difference. So I think that's all I have to really say about that. If you have questions, feel free to post them. I'll come back and answer them. This video is private. It's just for you guys, so you won't be able to share it. However, I might save it to YouTube when I get a chance so that you have a link that you can bookmark on your computer if you want to rewatch it. However, I don't know that there's a reason to rewatch it. Just use the barrage and see what you think, and I'd love to hear from you. And definitely consider Blue Tansy for your skin, because while it looks funny, I'm really blue, it works really good. I've really been pleased with the results that I've had. I would almost say more so than the years I've been using frankincense on my skin. Unfortunately, Blue Tansy is more expensive. It's $95 for this little bottle versus $69, I think, for a much bigger bottle of frankincense, but it works really, really well. And if you think about it, if you use 1 drop a day in your moisturizer, which is what I've been doing, that's 80 days that it will last you. And if you do the math on really expensive skincare lines, they're much more than that. So give it a try. You know, it's kind of worth it at least to do it once. So I hope this was helpful. Like I said, go ahead and ask questions and I'll try to answer them the best I can. If any of you are like skincare, you know, specialists and you have some education or background in skincare, I'd love to hear your feedback. If you have specific questions about ingredients, I have the brochure, but that's really the extent of my education on this. And so, oh yeah, and actually it's really funny. I've tried so many different kinds of makeups too. I seriously found a brand of makeup that's like at Walmart. I mean, it's not even expensive. It's the only one I can wear of the eyeshadow, and I won't, because what would happen is my eyelids would feel like potato skin. That's what happens when I have a bad skincare reaction, is I get what feels like potato skin. So, I hate that. It's like, it makes you feel really gross. So I don't feel gross anymore, fortunately. After 4 babies, I don't deserve to feel gross anymore. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and end this video because at this point I'm just rambling and I want it to be helpful for you. All right, guys, have a good night.